Where is everybody? All right, there we go. Got our first customer. What's up, man? Ladies, transgender. Taking my chromium and my alpha lipoic acid. Someone just said starting to look younger. That's what quitting drinking and smoking does to you when you quit cold turkey. The miracles start to happen. Oh. Anyway, I took a couple days off. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. And I'll tell you, when I can't go to the gym first thing in the morning, I wind up not going. I didn't go because I didn't go. What will Lenny do when his mom dies? That's sad. I don't even want to think about that. Ronaldo Velasco, $2. A certain Democrat is still smoking and drinking. You know, since Ronaldo just donated $2, I thought I would update you guys on the status of my super chat, since we're working towards a Powerhouse Gym membership so that I can continue to train with Andrew on Monday and Thursdays. I know at least 3 people have donated $50. And then a whole lot more of you guys have donated smaller amounts. Well, I just looked at my super chat right before I went live, and YouTube, just to give you guys an idea of how much of that YouTube keeps, my super chat is at $106.75. I want to be crystal clear with you guys, completely transparent, so nobody thinks I'm fucking scamming. We're basically 1/3 of the way to a Powerhouse Gym membership. But there's no real hurry. I mean, Andrew stopped by there the other day and got a free t-shirt, which is pretty cool because Powerhouse Gym gear is pretty awesome. Their logo is fucking sweet. So anyway, we're 1/3 of the way there. Andrew said they've made progress on the gym, but they're not opening the end of September like they said. You know, gyms always promise just so they can pre-sell, and they never open on time. That's just a fact of life. Nothing against Tim. I'm sure he wants it open quicker than anybody else on this planet. You know, it's just the way things are in Delray Beach. I think I mentioned it for one of my previous lives, that the fathers of Delray Beach, not this father, but the actual fathers of Delray Beach, the people that run the city, because Delray Beach does not have a mayor, although they should. I think I could be mayor of Delray. The city fathers, do everything they can to slow down progress in Delray. Someone just mentioned injuring your ribs. I'll tell you what. Marty just donated $6.99. Enjoy the gym, bully. Well, thank you. You know, someone mentioned that, you know, I already have 2 gym memberships because I did a cardio live from Planet Fitness. And I said, you're a clown. You don't have all the information. I actually have 3 gym memberships. Because if those of you guys that can recall, I've filmed before from Anytime Fitness. So I actually already have 3 gym memberships that I've paid for all on my own. And so what? That doesn't mean I don't need a 4th. You know, I don't want to lie and say I'm doing this for you guys, because that would be misleading. But one of the main reasons I'm doing this is so I can continue to see Andrew on his days off. Because if I don't get a Powerhouse Gym membership, I might not see Andrew very much at all. And trust me, his gym videos with him holding the phone are much better than these tripod videos. So I'm doing it for myself and I'm doing it for you guys because you guys are going to benefit because Andrew's going to be filming videos for me Mondays and Thursdays, as long as we both make it. So, that's the 411 on the Powerhouse Gym. Everybody's going to benefit. So yeah, I already do have 3 gym memberships: LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, and Anytime Fitness. Jay, you are a tripod. Well, thank you. Yeah, who cares if I have a 4th gym membership? As a truck driver, the more gym memberships, the better. Now, Powerhouse doesn't reciprocate, so I won't be able to use Powerhouse if I go back on the road. Those of you guys that are wondering what I'm drinking a blend of essential amino acids. I had my pre-workout this morning. I did it pre-workout. That's why they call it pre-workout. Then while I was training, we'll get to my training in a minute. I drank my 32 ounce. Actually, they're not even 32 ounce anymore. I think that the quart size Gatorade, they trimmed them down to like 28 ounce. What a scam. You're still paying for a quart, but you're only getting 28 ounce. So I drank my orange Gatorade while I was training. And then immediately post-training, I drank my essential amino acids. And then once I cool down and get in the car and head home, I'll drink a protein shake, something easily digestible. And then I'll eat some real food. So generally my mornings, because I train on an empty stomach, I try and get the amino acids in as soon as possible because I'm in a fasted situation. I haven't had any real food since dinner time yesterday. So I do pre-workout. Then while I train, I drink real Gatorade with real dextrose. So I'm filling the body with carbs while I'm in a fasted condition. Then post-workout, I get on the essential amino acids immediately because I'm fasted. You need amino acids when you're in a fasted condition. So I don't do branched chains on their own. I do an essential amino acid, which is what? How many essential amino acids are there these days? 12? Back in my day, there used to only be 8. They used to call it the 8 essential amino acids. So anyway, back to today's workout. Today was not a powerful bench press day. In my heavy, light rotation, because I try and train everything twice a week, today was my easy bench press day. And those of you guys that have been following my training know that on my easy bench press day, I've been doing very high reps with very light weight. Big Mike in a skirt just donated $2. Please vote Democrat, Mr. J, for me and Barry. You misspelled Barry. Thanks for the $2. But anyway, back to the training. I've been doing on the bench press on my light day, I've been doing 135 for 5 sets. I started out with 20. And then I believe a week or 2 ago, I bumped it up to 25. I think I did a video covering that, how I upped my volume 25 reps simply by adding 5 reps to each set. So my volume on my easy bench press day was 135 for 5 sets of 25. Now, what I did today is I've been craving an old-fashioned 10 sets of 10 workout. That's really a popular workout from the post-World War II era. Guys were doing in the late 40s because a lot of guys, all they had was one barbell. And those of you who have done a 10 set of 10, it's really a great workout. So by the way, just a little background. My best 10 sets of 10 on the bench press in the history of my life is 290 for 10 sets of 10. Because I first did my body weight for 10 sets of 10 when I weighed 275. And that's probably 2010, 2011. And as I slowly gained weight, because I was bulking, I kept up with the 10 sets of 10 as I slowly gained weight. And my last successful body weight 10 sets of 10 was 290. After I gained any more weight, I was unsuccessful in completing the 10 sets of 10. So my best ever is with body weight 10 sets of 10 is 290. But I consider the 275 a much better accomplishment because I was 15 pounds leaner. So today, since I'm nowhere near the athlete I was in 2011, 2012, and it's my very first time doing a 10 sets of 10, I did 185 for 10 sets of 10. So in the flat bench press, I did 100 reps with 185, which is pretty high volume. So I'm pretty happy with that. And your second workout with 10 sets of 10, you're going to be drastically better. Someone just said 10 sets, LMAO. I don't know what he means by that. You try it. 10 sets of 10 on one exercise can be brutal. Most guys make the mistake of starting too heavy, then they can't finish. That's a workout that you want to finish. You don't want to start too heavy. What's the rest time in between sets? Well, I generally, on my Timex Ironman, Big Mike in a skirt just donated another $2. Said, I'm the original 10-10-10, Mr. J. LMAO. Anyway, I use the countdown repeat function on my Timex Ironman, and I set it for 3 minutes. So your exercise time is included in that 3 minutes. And a set of 10 is going to take damn near 25 seconds. So I'm resting about 2.5 minutes between sets, which for hypertrophy is about perfect. I know a lot of you internet clowns will say that's too much rest. But dude, if you go quicker than 2.5 minutes, you're not going to be recovered enough to handle as much weight. Now, when I'm training heavy, I go a full 5 minutes on a countdown repeat. Barbecue sauce just hit me with $50. Jay, the sons of Master are beyond proud of your transformation. Keep it up. Spoiler alert, father always wins. Hashtag father strong. Go Buckeyes. Paid me $50 to root for Ohio State. I guess I'll take it. Go Buckeyes. Barbecue sauce is a really good guy. I like him a lot. To quote Hamburg. Has anybody seen anything from Hamburg lately? His account is on super secret privacy. I haven't seen or heard from Hamburg in ages. Michigan looks good this year with JJ at quarterback 1. Yeah, JJ is pretty awesome. 2.5 minutes, not enough. Let them say the same things when they reach 50. If you watch a top pro bodybuilder who's, 250 pounds, 260, 270, 280 pounds off season, for their top sets, they're resting more than they tell you in the bodybuilding magazines. Remember, trolling goes way back in bodybuilding. Arnold was the king of putting out misinformation about his training. Watch the old Arnold classic called not Pumping Iron. What was it called? I think it was called Stay Hungry. He trolls the crap out of Lou Ferrigno, giving him lots of misinformation.